All right. So good morning again, everybody. Now that it's on being recorded, we are at the April 21st, 2026 Michigan PR Group meeting. And thank you all for coming today. Hopefully you're enjoying some sunshine out there. And I'm just making sure everybody is admitted here. All right, so today we've got a roundtable meeting. So it's open to anybody with questions, concerns, thoughts, etc. Make sure get everybody admitted here. So my first question, everybody, is how is summer reading coming along again? And if you don't want to hop on audio, you can pop it in the chat, and I will relay that on to everybody too, just so everybody knows. And Sharona says they're working on finishing up their brochure. Woohoo! Yep, we are also working on our publicity for the summer. Our youth department decided not to go with the main theme this year, so we are doing the alternate theme of plant a seed, read. And Heather's there. They've been filming their video. Woohoo! Get Lisa admitted here. All right. All right. And Sharona says they want to get it together before going out for donations. Good luck on getting the donations there. That is, I admit, I hate asking people for money. I've done the fundraising gig. I've been that person. I just don't like it. Although you do get better at it the more you do it. All right. So is anyone doing any cool summer reading programs this year? Entice the kids to read or the grown-ups too, because I like that summer reading is for all ages. I like trying to enter my local libraries. I like it. Well, I always enter. Sometimes I have won some gift certificates, which is always nice.
Well, I'll jump in. Andy from Tecumseh. We have some bigger events this year that I think we've had in the past. We have a storyteller coming in for our opening, like a professional storyteller coming in for our opening party, I guess. And because this is the first year we're doing it on Beanstack, um, we're kind of curious how many people are going to actually show up to the opening ceremony because they can just, last year they had to come and sign up in person, either at the opening party or at the library. So that'll be kind of interesting. We'll have hot dogs and games and things like that as well. And then the closing ceremony will have Crazy Craig. Um, his last name escapes me right now, but he does a lot of juggling and um, balances chairs on his face and things like that. And so we're excited about that. And that's on August 1st. So our opening is June 6th, the closing's August 1st. And then in between, we have quite a few programs that are either in-house or outsourced as well. We feel like we're kind of ahead of where we were last year, but it's always this is my third time through any kind of summer reading, and I don't know if I'll ever feel like totally prepared either. So, but those are some things, that are happening. And we do it forever. There's a kids program and a teen program and an adult program. And so, we're excited, but it's it's always, like I say, a little bit nerve-wracking before that, to me at least, before that opening party, like to see how that goes, so that's what we're doing.
Well, my guess is at the point you have no nerves is the point you're like a day away from retirement. So,
Yes, I agree. It's like there's some things you can't control, like the weather, obviously. But we're trying to, I feel like we have a better idea of how the community is going to react to our kind of bigger programming that we've been doing the last couple of years than we did before. And we're doing a lot of outreach to the schools again, but probably even more than we did in the past. And we're really curious how it's going to work with Beanstack. I thought that people would be eager to use Beanstack and love that. And actually, even members of my own family are like, "What? I have to do an app, another app?" And I was really kind of shocked by that. So. Uh, we'll see, how that goes. To me, I mean, from a staff standpoint, especially what we did last year was very labor intensive, a lot of spreadsheets and manually entering information in and stuff like that. And so I think that's going to be a good thing. And actually, our friends at the library did purchase the app for us, the use of the app. Um, so, we don't have to worry about the cost of it, at least this year. But like I say, we are as prepared, I think, as we can be at this point. But we meet frequently. Our committee meets at least once a week to go over action items and things like that too. So,
well, that's good. And I'm sure, some people will love the paper, some people will love the app, some people will love it online. So it's nice to have the variety. Or did you switch completely to just being sack?
well, we'll provide, a paper option, but I guess I was just, I don't know. To me, every like, you go to the doctor, there's an app. There's so many things in school. There's the Remind app. I was a little surprised. Maybe the members of my family I was talking to were just having a bad app day. I don't know, but you know, uh, I think it'll and like we were doing the raffle manually like last year too at the end, and that'll all be on the app too. And I feel like it's just more contained, a little bit more controlled, a little bit better organized, I think, with the app. So, but yes, we will provide, a paper option as well. We just want people to read and, promote literacy and have a good time doing it. But it's funny because I taught for, high school for 32 years, and even though you do things in the summer, that's kind of your off time. And here at the library, I mean, I feel like this is kind of like our playoffs and World Series and Super Bowl and World Cup is like gearing up in the summer, and it's like we're like Australia. It's like the complete opposite of the seasons. So I'm used to it now, but it is a little bit of a adjustment in mindset.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely when the schools ramp down is when we ramp up. So, so I view it more as teamwork, because that's ideally how it goes. We work hand in hand with the schools. So, because we can't do their job, they can't do ours. But, if we can complement each other, Min Bijou. Sorry. My dogs that have been laying here nice and quiet, as soon as I start talking, now are like, okay, it's playtime. So for those that are in the bigger communities, 50,000 and up, is everybody ready for, are you set for the new ADA requirements?
Not my problem.
I've been lucky. since I have a larger library, we have a tech team, so they did all the website. I just am now, my big thing is, and we do a lot of the things for social media already. That's what I work on. But to remember the alt text, that's what I've got to get in my brain to get that alt text in all the social media posts. Dog. And yet, Laura just popped in that the dates for compliance have been pushed. Oh, I thought that was I glanced at that email, but I didn't see. I thought it was you had to file like if you wanted an exemption. But I guess I'm wrong. So, well, it's still a good thing. ADA compliance is still, although even if the deadline's been pushed back. And Lisa mentioned there's a good conversation on alt text in the Discord right now. And if everybody's not part of the Discord group, I can find out the name of that. I know that's run by Katie, and she does a great job at it. Well, the dogs. All right. Yes. And Laura agrees that even if that deadline has been pushed back, it's great to be ADA compliant because the libraries are for everybody. So, and we want to make it that way. So the new dates for the ADA, if you are serving a population of 50,000 or more, it is April 26th of 2027. And serving populations under 50,000 and special district governments, which for Michigan means the cooperative libraries and the district libraries. That is April 26, 2028. Oh, and thank you, Lisa, for posting the link to the Discord in the chat. So if anybody is not part of that, I encourage you to join. But so good news that it's pushed out, but if we can, always good to you know, be there for everybody. I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. Oh, dogs. You are just putting on a show here. Well, thank you everybody for that updated info of the new dates. Easy. All right. Who else has something for the group today?
Well, heck.
Go for
I
it,
don't know
Andy.
what's I don't know. I don't have like a ton of things, but I did want to share that I went to the Gather Around the Table I guess conference yesterday at the Meyer branch of the Jackson District Library. That one was originally scheduled for last year on Cinco de Mayo, and because of funding uncertainty, it was postponed. And so now they have a series, and this is basically a way to engage teens through food preparation. And I just wanted to say, I thought it was really good. It was really worthwhile. And I know there's more going on throughout the state. Um, Kathy Lancaster was there actually helping, um, I guess almost like in a producer's role, really, with the program. And then there was a woman named Rebecca who's highly experienced as a librarian and as a culinary expert, and she was there, and it was very hands-on. We had to wear, or we were supposed to wear, our aprons, and Um, got a little bit messy, and I thought it was very worthwhile. And so I was curious if anybody else had been there or was planning on attending it. If not, I would definitely recommend um, that program. It's been advertised several times on through the Library of Michigan. Kathy has sent out many things, and I just wanted to say that in my past career as a teacher and then as a librarian, I mean, I've been to quite a few professional development opportunities, and this one was just so well planned, and that nothing was taken for granted. We were treated really well. Our time was respected, and I just wanted to say that also. It's not always the case, when I've gone to PD. Sometimes, not so much in my library life actually, but in the public education sector, sometimes some of those were not as I wouldn't endorse as much. But this was just fantastic. I mean, the food was that we ate. Some of it, we ate just about everything that we made. And then they also had it was catered. Also, they brought in Qdoba and you know, it was just very well done overall. So it's called Gather Around the Table, and I would highly recommend it.
And if anyone wants more info, Kathy posted the link for it in the chat. So thank you both. And thank you for the recommendation. It's always good to know which are, the extra good. I think all learning is good, hence this group, because we all learn from each other. That's why I love libraries, that we don't compete against each other, but do cooperate. But it's good to know the extra good ones. And then Adam also posted in the chat that the Michigan Notable Books Tour is all set. So check that out. See if any tour stops are near you. So you can
Yeah, we
go and
just had a few last week, and I know there is a couple that are going on this week, and then there's going to be a bit of a break until about mid-May when the next ones start kicking back in. I think a lot of libraries took advantage of the fact that we extended the tour length until August. And so a lot of them are using it as part of their summer reading club programming or just more general summer programming itself. We also had our Night for Notables event on Saturday this past weekend and had a lot of fun at it. I saw Laura there from MCLS, got to talk with her for a little bit. We also added a music component to it too because we're launching a bit more of a collection project that's called the My Music Experience. And so we had a local band play that included a former retired librarian who I know that was part of it, the B-Side Growlers. And so you'll probably hear more about that in the coming months and next few years from the Library of Michigan. But yeah, if anybody's looking for going to a notable book event, the list is up on the website, and we're looking forward to seeing all the authors hit the road the next couple months.
it's always a good group of books. And Laura chimed into the chat that Night for Notables was fantastic.
Mm.
So she gives her thumbs up to attend next year. So, and Adam, thank you for organizing all that because I know that's a lot of logisticals.
Yeah, it's not just me, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's a team of us that somehow makes the magic happen every year.
Well, as
That
you're
was
the
kind
one
of
in front of
fun.
me.
New this year, they had these author trading cards,
Oh yeah.
which is I mean, I think that's something that libraries can integrate into some kind of programming anyway. I just think it's a good idea. And there are like trading card generators online. I used to use them in K-12.
Hmm.
Um, but it's something, fun that you might want to consider, I don't know, to slide somewhere into programming as you're doing it, because it is kind of a fun little thing that they
Yep.
did.
Yep. Ours is a set of 25. So 20 for the authors, and then we also included some special ones. One that was for Delta Township Library because they were the most recent Library Excellence Award winner. Angeline Boley, who was the keynote, former Governor Blanchard, because he was the one who started our foundation, and it was, I think, the 30th anniversary for them also this year. And also there was a special one for Randy. In fact, if you want to hold on just a second.
Yep.
It was kind of fun to hear the authors open the pack and go, "Oh,
I know this
I
is
have
a
a
little
trading
bit
card.
hard to
Who knew?"
see, but we also printed off
Up, I think
big poster size
you're
one.
blurring it there.
Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me see if I can turn that off.
Yeah.
Where's my background? There
There
we
you
go.
go. You are unblurred. Ah, now we can see it. Oh, cool.
Yes, so full poster size of all 25, and these we're having the authors sign, which was kind of cool.
Hmm. Say, I could see using the trading cards in like a library scavenger hunt. Like, go find all these authors.
Yeah. Plus the graphic designer who did it for us did a really neat I'm trying to think how to describe it because they were able to take all the photos that we provided to them and give this sort of cartoonish kind of look to it, but a very artsy kind of way of doing it that really did a good job of showing all the details of the people without making them looking too cartoonish. So,
Yay for talented graphic artists.
oh yeah.
And Adam, while you're up, anything else new from Library of Michigan? What's going on in the state level?
Um, yeah,
As I
trying to
put you
think
on
what
the
else we
spot.
got going. I know it's still going to be a while until a full-time state librarian is posted. Right now, it's still Michelle who is doing her interim stint until the end of June, and then Dave Voda, my manager, will be doing it for the latter part of the year. Um, Trying to think what else is going on. That's big stuff. Yeah, I think we just had a staff meeting, but there wasn't really anything too big. I will say that like if there's anybody that's more towards the east side of the state that's going to be in Detroit for like the Detroit Vinyl Fest and the Detroit Book Festival, we're going to have a table at both of those. So if you happen to be in the area for those events, come say hi.
Good to know.
Mhm.
All right. Who else has something going on or a question for the group? Oh, and thank you. Adam just popped into the chat the link to the Vinyl Fest. And the link to the Detroit Book Fest. I say, I've not been to the Vinyl Fest, but I can attest the Book Fest was a lot of fun. I went to few, not last year, it's a couple of years ago I got over there, so in Eastern Market. So
Yeah, the guy who runs it, Ryan, is really good at organizing it. And I know for Vinyl Fest, this is only the second one, and the first one was in one of the main pavilion buildings that they have there, and I wouldn't be surprised if it starts expanding into a second one in the next few years. Not as big as Bookfest, but certainly it's going to rival it for a while, I think.
I was gonna say, and there are all the individual record stores I know are great at record store day. I went to the local record store Saturday for theirs, so even though I don't even own a record player, but
We just launched our vinyl collection at Ferndale. We're excited about it.
very cool.
Yeah. And new library cards, new designs. Everybody loves them.
I say your sunset design is my favorite.
Yeah. And our Chopped Challenge program, where we put 3 secret ingredients into a bag and you have to take it home and make a dish out of it, no matter how weird they are, as a competition, has gotten to be so popular that there was like a line out the door when we were opening the library. So that was crazy. Like first come, first served. It's available this day. You got it, and everyone was there at 10 o'clock. It was great.
So what were the secret ingredient, the curveball ingredients this time
Oh,
around?
let me look that up because it's worth revealing. Hang on one sec.
Yeah.
Um, yes. So we have smoked sea salt, zucchini, and applesauce.
Hmm.
Go for it. Someone already created a zucchini boat and put a whole story behind it. They put a rubber ducky next to it and they called it Moby Duck. And it looks like a
Oh,
boat being capsized by a duck.
I love the creativity because
That's our patrons.
I love all three of those ingredients.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have ever thought to use at least more than two of those together. I can see zucchini and the sea salt together, but the applesauce throws me.
Just another reminder, give your patrons craft. It's the best thing to do.
Mhm.
Moby Duck. Throwing Moby Duck into the chat.
Oh,
I guess we're
oh,
just
that
getting
is
ready
so
to read.
cute.
We're still. Oh, I don't know if there are any fans of the cartoon show Bob's Burgers, but there's a chalkboard in the restaurant that has this distinct red frame, and it always has a pun on it for the burger of the day. So I got a chalkboard with a red frame, and I have book of the day puns now, and I'm putting that by the circulation desk, and I'm letting people submit their own puns for later displays. Just
Oh,
so we started off with Lord of the Fries. So what else? After that, it's just summer reading. We're just waiting for our dinosaur costume to be delivered.
well, I'll toss in Tequila Mockingbird is always one
Oh
of
yeah,
my favorite book
that's
ones.
classic.
Also makes a good drink.
Mm-hmm.
This is not really related to anything that people have brought up. But I had a question generally. Um, we're investigating more long form content platforms um, on platforms that we own. So what I mean by that is like we write a lot of content for like our print newsletters, and we have a lot of print materials still at West Bloomfield. Um, I'm looking for opportunities to cross promote some of that content digitally a little bit more. We have like an e-newsletter system that's really successful. Our emails get a lot of views, and it's not possible to copy and paste everything into an email. People just aren't going to read that. So I've been looking into blogs and also podcasts as more long form content. Um, does anybody run one of those? Have tips for especially content management on those?
Oh, wow. What was the other one? We do a podcast.
That makes sense. That fits Brindle.
Oh. Um, uh, Gosh, yeah. We'll do author interviews. We'll do panel discussions with staff. Um, but I think the key, what was besides podcast, what was the other one? Did you say blog or newsletter?
Blog. I think if we do a blog, it'd probably just be cross-posting a lot of content. The podcast, I'm more interested in understanding, like, if you're running one of those right now, um, do you feel like what do you feel like the return on investment is? How much time is invested in this? And if you have any tips for beginning to look into creating a process for content creation.
Once you get used to doing it, it goes really fast. And once you do enough of it, you can get like more than 1,000 downloads a month. It's kind of exciting. I don't know. I think it's worth it. It does require um, just natural comfort on a microphone and then skills with audio editing. That's the two biggest things. There's plenty of options out there, but we have the Adobe Suite, so we use Adobe Audition for that. But there's some free alternatives out there. Basically, just boy, there's a lot. There's a lot to, but I'd be happy to help you get started.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll put my email into the chat here. Blogs. Blogs are back, right, guys? We had one for a while.
And I know if you have questions about equipment and all that, I've recently got connected with the Guild of Library Makers, and they are an incredible group. We're going to be in September. Their annual conference will be at the Southfield Library this year. But I've had, just chances to chat with Matt and Mike. And so if you need like suggestions of like if there's specific microphones they recommend or anything, for podcasting, they would be a great source too to reach out to.
Oh, I'm not trying to shorten your trip, but I can give you all that too.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
Thank you. I appreciate anything to make it a little bit easier on the front end because I think that that's where a lot of the heavy lifting is. To be clear too, if anyone's excited and looking for it, we're not going to be unveiling anything anytime soon. I'm starting to just do some preliminary research before summer reading chaos hits, and probably won't be able to resume this until closer to fall.
As Andy was saying earlier, summer reading is our Super Bowl, World Cup, World Series all wrapped up into one for Library Land. So, except at least we spread it out over a couple months. But the beginning and the end are always the biggest times. And Adam popped into the chat on top of Ferndale's podcast, which he said was fun to participate in. Lansing
It was
Community.
awesome.
You're great, Adam.
Yeah, Lansing Community College one has one you can steal ideas from. Written in the Stars, LCC Connects. And the link is in the chat.
Yeah, they have the hosts are on the bottom of that link, and I mean they're lucky because they have the radio station that's in their building because there's a Michigan public affiliate that's part of the school. But like just if you're looking for subjects, length, content, other ideas like that, something I'd say too that was really cool that both LCC and with Jeff's, when I participated in it, where there's two hosts along with the guests, that was really helpful having questions coming from multiple people and having it more feel like just a regular conversation, which
Yep,
was really neat.
for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. With the podcasts too, do you know, do we have to transcribe everything? Um, I don't know if we were to have it on hosted on our own website with this ADA compliance stuff too.
I think Spotify is automatically doing that for us now.
Okay.
And LCC's, I have up their website. They also have a transcript of it on there, but whatever software they're using, it might also automatically do that.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Thank you.
Yep.
Transcribing is where AI is wonderful at because I transcribed pre-AI and God, I hated doing that.
Yeah, I used to do a few oral history projects, and it's like 3 times the time it took to interview it takes to transcribe something.
Mhm.
I got a question. This Michigan Library Quest, does anybody else do that? It's a statewide virtual quest for teens. I did it last year and we didn't have any participants, I don't believe. But if anybody, I mean, I don't want to read the whole thing if people know kind of what it is. I just wondered if other people uh, were involved with this. So
We've tried it 3 years. It's always hard to get participation.
Andy, I know Kathy Lancaster is part of the planning team for that. So if you reach out to her, she can probably give you some more details and tips. Um, yeah, it hasn't been on our website. It hasn't been updated since 2025. So I don't know if there's going to be anything with 2020.
I I did get I got like a email, I want to say maybe a month ago saying they were going to do it. And then
Oh yeah,
like
no,
this
I'm on
morning I
the.
got something and I don't recall it being real difficult to do, but I didn't, I don't think a lot of people from our library participated, but yeah, I just wondered if other people did it. And I mean, I think we're planning on doing it.
Mhm.
And of course, when I did mine, I'm looking at it right now is why I'm not looking at the screen, but when I did mine, we had a different, very antiquated website. And so I had to purposefully make everything, I guess now ADA compliant, but now our current website does that. The current one, I don't think it's nearly either it's automatic or it's very quick to do. But does anybody else do this? I just wondered.
Mhm.
It says it's out of the Dexter and Milan teens are the ones who are um, responsible for doing it. But you said Kathy
Lancaster, yeah,
is involved? Okay.
yeah,
I
because
should have asked her about it yesterday. I didn't.
yeah, because this is where it's listed on our website.
Okay.
But for the most of the content, what it's doing is it's directing people to the Wix site page that it's on, and there's a mi library quest at gmail.com. I mean, it was first started during COVID, so it I don't want to say it's run its course in any way, but it was something that was more meant at a time when people were a bit more cooped up, and so
Yeah.
it things maybe have changed since that time when it first came out.
Yeah. And they are very responsive, whoever's on the Quest team.
Hmm.
Um, like when I didn't do it, post things correctly, because I think we hosted like a piece of art or something, like it's like a scavenger hunt basically.
Hmm.
Um, and I didn't post it correctly, and they, were very quick to respond, and gave me very clear directions about how to change whatever I was doing. And um, I think my current director at his previous library had done it and didn't think it was so time intensive that we shouldn't. I just kind of wondered before I delve into it again. Um,
Hmm.
I feel like when I got involved with it, I didn't have as much to do with summer reading. And like this is another extra um, in a series of extras. But it doesn't look that time intensive. I want to promote it a little. If we're going to do it, I'd like to promote it a little bit more to our teens, I guess, to try to get them involved. And I just didn't get the sense that too many were even aware of it last year, and like in our library. Thank you, Adam.
Yep.
And Lisa posted in the chat that Romeo has done it a couple times, but it was kind of a flop for them. So, but if it is easy to do, it's always worth, even if only a few people take advantage of it.
I mean, the email I got recently said 110 to 110 and 175 teens from across the state submitted entries in recent quests. That's quite a range, but um, I mean, I don't know. That sounds like if 100 libraries are doing, I don't know. I'll probably end up doing it, but um, I guess there's not harm in it. So it's another avenue for to get people interested, maybe, or get them to even look at what you're doing with the summer reading.
Sure. Even if they don't attend, it's good for people to see us doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, if as Lisa popped in the chat, I think it's worth a try.
Yeah.
It's always nice when the programs are, just turnkey.
And this year sounded like it was slightly different, the idea of an escape room, as compared to how it has been done in the past. So that might be something that you could do as an actual program instead of just something that kids kind of navigate on their own as they locate it. So something to think about.
Anyone else have any other questions for the group? All right. If not, we'll be back again in May. Our next meeting will be May the 19th. And I'll post this recording up hopefully later today. If not, it'll come up tomorrow for sure. So I thank everybody for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great rest of April and into May and finalizing all the summer reading details.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.